finally got the marshmallow skins back in the item shop, and now they're Legoized. So today we're going to be deciding if the Marshinobi skin is actually worth it or not. The Marshinobi skin is actually 1,600 V-Bucks. This is actually an icon series, and it is obviously supposed to represent Marshmallow. And in this case, all of the other Marshmallow skins are actually 1,500, as you can see right here. But the reason that this one cost 100 extra is because we actually get a pickaxe with this one. And honestly, for it only being 100 more, that is honestly a super good plus for this bundle. And of course, you can't use it in the LEGO mode. And so first off, this is what the LEGO version looks like, and this is what the normal skin looks like. And you can tell the big difference right off the bat. One of them is anime inspired, and one is literally a plastic LEGO set. And so first off, this set is actually reactive. So every time you dance and do some other cool stuff, it actually like lights up the face. And this one doesn't have that effect because, you know, it's a LEGO minifigure and you can't really do that. But just taking a look at it, I will say the details really don't carry over super well into the LEGO version because it's very hard to get that same anime style, like kind of like the cartoony look. Like right here, you can see the black outline. It actually follows it as you move. You can't do that with the LEGO version. It's not like it kind of can do that. It would be really cool if they could somehow add that style to it, but that's just not really possible. But I will say I love the hair-inspired marshmallow look. So we have, you know, of course, the iconic marshmallow helmet right there, and that looks phenomenal. I love how the eyes are actually sunken in, the mouth is sunken in, and it looks great. He even has like one of those ninja headbands on with a black tie in the back, and we have this X that is actually very prominent on the very front of the skin. But again, the hair looks great. I love that texture going over the top. That just adds a very iconic part to this LEGO marshmallow skin. But on the back, we actually get this really cool X, which actually, if we take a look at it, is where the katana right here is supposed to kind of sit, and we don't get that luxury of having back blings in the LEGO mode. But I do think it looks very simple, and honestly, for this kind of being the ninja version of Marshmallow, I think that this looks really cool. And right here, we also have some ninja-inspired stuff. We have the shurikens on the front and these little wraps that go over the wrist. And the green, it definitely is an interesting choice because it doesn't really match the color scheme, but it looks pretty all right. And on the front, we have some cool little details and the little belt right here. The little jacket, you can kind of tell it's layered, or it's supposed to be layered like right here. And they do a pretty good job of actually layering that to actually give it some more depth for it being a 2D object. There is printing on the legs and the arms, so that is also a very mega plus. Plus, we get some, you know, just some really decent details for the legs. But seriously, I really wish that we could have gotten either some form of reactivity on the marshmallow outfit, or just had a simple style or a selectable style that actually allowed us to have these really cool like DJ lights on here. Instead of it being the plain white, it could have just had some like lights that kind of gradually change color down the thing. And they don't change, of course, it's just a different color scheme. I think that would have been really cool. And right here in the lobby, this looks a lot cooler than it did in the locker. Like, I can't even lie with the background. It looks cool. So what does an emote look like? Yeah, that's really cool. And I will say at nighttime, this skin obviously glows because it is white, and I think that gives it a really nice advantage to actually being a LEGO Fortnite skin because, you know, obviously half the time is night, half the time is day. And this skin sticks out very well in the nighttime light. Low-key, normally the skins don't do that, so that's honestly an incredible plus for this already. And finally, we have the light, and honestly, this skin looks seriously so cool in the daytime as well. And normally, sometimes the light flushes out a lot of the colors, and since this is more of a simplistic skin, it's literally just marshmallow with some really cool ruffled hair, a ninja aesthetic. It looks really sick. Like, I love how you can still see the details here. But sometimes a lot of the LEGO skins actually have these really tiny details on them that makes it really hard to actually see it in-game. But this honestly has the opposite effect, whereas honestly it's very simplistic skin, and usually that's very boring, but in this case, the head mold, the arm printing, the foot printing, it looks incredible in the game as well. Like, this is actually surprising me. I thought I wouldn't like this in game, but this looks incredibly well. So let's go ahead and talk about if this is worth it or not. Honestly, right off the bat, I think that this one is obviously already a little bit slightly more expensive than the other skins. At $1,500, you know, at the other skins, it is already like a little price, but it is an icon series, so you kind of have to factor that in here. But this one's $1,600 with the pickaxe that you can use in the normal Fortnite mode. But, you know, I do think that, like, with all of the stuff we've talked about, with this looking incredibly super duper good, and this being a very, it even has that really cool head molded piece, it just looks fantastic in game. I honestly cannot see why this wouldn't be worth it, because for a 100 extra V-Bucks, you get a pickaxe too, which honestly looks super cool as well. So, like, straight up, I think that this skin is absolutely gonna be worth it. And so before we hop off this video, make sure you use code CJBrickles in the item shop if you want to support me in an awesome way. Thank you so much for watching, studs, and I will see y'all later.